I'd say that it is safe to say that spring has officially sprung, wouldn't you? It's always so exciting, and I get so excited to eat fresh and delicious flavors. So today I'm making a recipe with some of spring's best. It's a chicken with pea and spinach puree and a spinach salad. To start off, you're gonna cook some peas, but just very briefly, and you can use fresh or frozen. I'm using frozen today. I'm zesting a lemon because I'm going to use the zest and the juice of a lemon. Let me get the peas into some boiling water. You want to generously salt your water so your peas have flavor. And then this is one package of frozen peas. Really, I'm just trying to get the freezingness off of them. I'm not really doing much cooking, but I'd say let them sit in the water for like, I don't know, 15 seconds while I'm waiting for it to boil. It actually needs to boil for like a whole minute. Don't listen to me, read the recipe. Squeeze the lemon. You're gonna need some lemon juice to go into your pea puree and some lemon juice to dress your spinach salad later. So just go ahead and squeeze a whole lemon. You might not need all of it, but then you can just add it to your water or something. Okay, I'm gonna say that's been a minute. Lift your peas out and they can go directly into a food processor. What I'm doing here, pretty much I would say this pea puree is going to be like a hummus, sort of hummusy texture. That's another real word, you guys. But it's full of delicious springy flavors. So half a teaspoon of lemon zest. Nothing more springy than lemon, right? And a tablespoon of lemon juice, as well as some cheese. It's Pecorino Romano. You're gonna need a couple tablespoons. Grate that up. If you want to buy the pre-grated stuff, you can. Just make sure that you're buying a high quality cheese. I buy grated cheese all the time at home, and I just make sure that it's the real cheese. And if you're using so few ingredients like I try to use in these recipes, every ingredient counts, and the quality is really important. There you go. Lecture for the day over. This gets 1 tablespoon of Pecorino Romano here, and there's going to be 2 tablespoons later, and then 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which, as you can see, I am measuring as I always do. A bit of salt and pepper. And then puree this, just till it's the texture of hummus. Okay. Then add a cup of baby spinach. What I'm using here is like one of those boxes of baby spinach. It's 5 ounces, and I'm using some of it here and some of it I'm making a salad out of. And then for fresh flavor, some cilantro, about a half a cup. I really love the flavor of spinach and cilantro together. It's really fresh and unique and kind of unexpected. But if you are not a fan of cilantro, go ahead and either leave it out, which I don't recommend, or replace it with basil. Okay, add that. And then puree. All right, I'm just gonna get this into a bowl and then we can start cooking the chicken. Okay, I'll go get the chicken. You wanna cook your chicken, so get your oven preheating to 450 degrees. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you could do the chicken first and then make the pea puree. It's more efficient time-wise to do it that way because while your chicken is cooking, you could be making your pea puree. So next time you do it that way. Then season up your chicken. This is 4 chicken thighs. You can use more if you want to. If you want to make 6, that's fine. I usually go with like 1 large one or 1.5 per person. So season them with salt and pepper, and then heat a tablespoon of olive oil in a large skillet. You don't need too much because chicken skin can be pretty fatty. I'm gonna get a good sear. That didn't happen. There's a lot of things going on in here, you guys, that make it so the pans get preheated sometimes. I mean, overheated. You're going to do this on a medium-high heat. You want the skin to get nice and golden brown. Usually it'll take like 3 to 5 minutes per side. While you're waiting for that to brown, you can mix together a little bit more of that cheese, about 2 tablespoons of the Pecorino Romano with about a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. Might be a little more than I need, but that's okay. All right, guys. This is looking really good, but as you can see, there's a ton of fat in the pan, and if you put that into the oven with all that fat, it'll kind of mess up your pan. So I like to spoon the fat off before I turn my chicken and put it in the oven. I've turned the flame off, and now I'm spooning off the fat. All right. Now you can turn your chicken over. Look how beautifully golden that is. Look at that. So beautiful. Take that cheese mixture and sprinkle it evenly over your chicken. This is going to cook into a nice little crust and add tons of extra flavor. And then get it into the oven. It'll take about 15 minutes for these guys to cook through. Now you can make a little salad. The rest of that box of spinach is usually about like 3 to 4 more cups. Dress it with lemon juice, another teaspoon, not too much. More olive oil, salt and pepper. You can also make this with arugula. This whole entire thing, you can replace baby arugula if you want. So you can put arugula into the puree and you can make an arugula salad. I guess you could probably use any baby green. All right, get the chicken. Pan is hot, so keep the handle covered so you don't burn yourself. And then take some of that pea puree. You can do this on a platter, which is really beautiful presentation, but you can also just spoon your pea puree onto a plate. Add some of your spinach salad. I mean, is there anything more green and springy than this? It's like amazing. And then chicken. I don't know, you guys. I feel like that took like 25 minutes, start to finish. So easy and delicious. Rave reviews.